Welcome back to this YouTube channel. You can see that we have another question on the board. In this particular video, we'll be dealing with the multiplication of polynomials. And right before us, we have two functions, p of x and q of x, and we'll be multiplying these two functions because that's what the question is directing us to do. The question says that given that p of x equals this and q of x equals this, we should find pq. That is, we should multiply p and q. Now let's see how we approach that. In this video you will learn two different methods to approach this kind of question, and depending on your choice you would either choose method 1 or method 2 to solve questions when you are confronted with questions such as this. Alright, so pq, p of x times q of x is equal to, again what we have to do is to write out p of x and multiply with q of x. Let's write that out. We have 2x squared plus 5x plus 6 times, this is p of x. Now we multiply with q of x. Now this is q of x, so let's write out 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Alright, so we've succeeded in writing this out. What then do we do next? For method 1, you can decide to pick each of these terms to multiply everything in this bracket. Like you pick 2x squared, then you write everything here. 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Alright, so now take note. You've picked this term, which is 2x squared, and that is what you use to multiply this. You also have to pick this term and repeat the same process, multiply with everything here. So let's do that. We have plus 5x. Now let's multiply 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Alright, so we've used this term, this first term here. We've used this second term, which is this 5x. Now let's use the last term, which is constant, plus 6. We multiply with everything. 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Alright. Okay, so getting to this point, all we have to do is to multiply what we have outside here with everything inside the bracket. So that gives us 2x squared times 3x squared. This is how you do it. 2, that is the coefficient of x squared. We multiply the coefficient of x squared here, which is 3, to give you 6. Then the variable, which is x, all you have to do is to add the powers. When you are multiplying, you add powers, and when you are dividing, you subtract powers. So if we multiply 2 and 3, we would have 6x. And if we add 2 and 2, we would have 4. Okay, this is the result for multiplying 2x squared and 3x squared. Now we multiply 2x squared with the next term here, which is 2x. If we do that multiplication just like before, 2 we multiply 2, we would have 4x. Then the powers will sum up because we are multiplying. 2 plus 1 will give us 3. Alright, so we move over to the next one. 2x squared times 1 is actually 2x squared. Alright, so we are done with this part. We move over to this part. Alright, we do the same thing. We have 5x multiplying 3x squared. The coefficient of x, we multiply the coefficient of x squared, and that will give us 5 times 3, 15x. We add powers, power of 1 and power of 2. That gives us 3. Alright, so we move over to the next term, which is minus 2. 5 times minus 2 gives us minus 10. X. The power here is 1, the power here is 1, that makes this 2 because we are summing up. Now 5x times 1 will give us 5x. Alright, so we move over to the last part. This is the last part we are dealing with. So 6 times 3x squared gives us 18x squared. And 6 times 2x gives us, 6 times minus 2x gives us minus 12x. And 6 times 1 gives us 6. Alright, since we've gotten to this point, what we have to do is to begin to write the x in descending power. The highest power here is 4. The highest power is 4. So we arrange it in descending order. That is, after 4 we would see 3, after 3 we would see 2, after 2 we would see 1, and then we'll see the constant. Alright, so we would have to arrange x in descending order. Alright, so we have 6x raised to power 4. This is the only time where power 4 appears. So we move over to the next one, which is 3. Alright, so we have minus 4x cubed, that is this. We also have cube here, plus 15x cubed, which is this. Do we have cube? No, that's all for cube, so we close the bracket. Alright, we've done for x raised to power 4, we've done for x raised to power 3, so now we'll move over to x raised to power 2. Alright, this is the first x raised to power 2 that we have here, so we have 2x squared. This is the second, minus 10x squared. This is the third, plus 18x squared. Alright, so we are done with power 2, power of 2. So we move over to x raised to power 1. This is the first x raised to power 1 that we have. So we have 5x minus 12x. Alright, that's the last, yeah, that's all. Just 5x and minus 12x. So we write the constant, which is plus 6. Alright, you can see that we successfully arranged this in descending order, from 4 to 3, from 3 to 2, from 2 to 1. Alright, so let's see. We have 6x raised to power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 15x cubed will give us 11x cubed. So we have plus 11x cubed. Alright, so we are done with this part. Let's look at what we have here. 2x squared minus 10x squared gives us minus 8x squared plus 18x squared. That gives us 10x squared. Is that it? Yeah, 10x squared. So that is that for this part. So we move over to this other part. We have 5x minus 12x, that gives us minus 7x. Alright, so we have our constant plus 6. Look at that carefully. That's actually the answer to this question. When we are told to multiply Q and P, this is what we'd actually get. So this is the end of the question. All we have to do is to carefully arrange the question in this order, and you will definitely arrive at this answer. That is for method 1. Method 1. Alright, so in a moment we'll be looking at method 2, and you will decide for yourself the one you consider better for solving your problems in exam. For me, I would say this is actually very easy and straightforward. Even the other one. Alright, let's see how we use the second method to solve this multiplication question. Alright, so to use the second method, all you have to do is to write out the two functions. The first one is 2x squared plus 5x plus 6. Alright, then the second function is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Alright, if you write it out this way, you just put the multiplication sign here so that you know the operation that you are carrying out. Okay, using the second method, all you have to do is to do the same multiplication, the same simple multiplication that you do when you have just constants and no variable. Alright, so we start from here. 1 times 6 gives us 6. 1 times 5x gives us 5x. 1 times 2x squared gives us 2x squared. Alright, we are done with this constant, so we move to this other value here, this term here. So minus 2x times 6 gives us minus 12x. Minus 2x times 5x gives us minus 10x squared. So we have minus 10x squared. Alright, so we have minus 2x times 2x squared. That gives us minus 4x cubed. Alright, so we are done with this term. Now we move over to this last term here. So we use this to multiply c's, we use it to multiply this and this, just like we did for these other two terms here. So we have 3x squared times 6. That gives us 18x squared. Alright, we also have 3x squared times 5x. That gives us 15s cubed. So we have 15s cubed. Alright, so lastly we have 3x squared times 2x squared. That gives us 6x raised to the power 4. Alright, so this is the end of the multiplication process. All we have to do is to sum up each of these terms. Alright, so here we have 6 plus 5x minus 12x gives us minus 7x. Alright, then here we have 2x squared minus 10x squared, which gives us minus 8x squared, plus 18x squared, that gives us 10x squared. Alright, this is minus 4x cubed plus 15x cubed, that gives us 11x cubed. Alright, and lastly we have 6x raised to the power 4, and this is actually the answer to this question. We've already gotten the answer in the previous question. The answer is exactly the same thing as this, and we've seen how we've used two different methods to arrive at the same answer. Now the application of the particular method is now dependent on your discretion. Whichever method you prefer is okay. You can use method 1, you can use method 2. Each of these methods will bring you to this answer. Alright, thank you for watching. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button and subscribe to get more of this kind of content. See you on the next video. Thank you.